You guys got me now? All right, cool. Now we're here. All right. Sorry, I'm going to start that over. Welcome to the Bourbon Broncos No BS Halftime Hash, brought to you by the Orange Weekly Broadcast Network. Sorry about the audio difficulties, guys. My fault. But there's a lot of frustrations in this first half. 9-10, Broncos are down by 1 point. We have a whole second half to play. And it's not looking great. I mean, other than that last 1 minute drive, which was looking pretty good until the very end there. Very close. I called Jerry Jeudy our number one DB right now. That was a difficult throw that he made there. So other than that, like there's a lot of difficulties. The defense is letting up a lot of things, missed tackles. I think that one touchdown was really a missed tackle opportunity by I want to say it was Jonathan Cooper. He had Josh Dobbs dead to rights and just couldn't finish the tackle. Dobbs, I'll give Dobbs credit, had great center of gravity to be able to shrug off that sack and get that touchdown. Great play on his part. Like the quarterback in me really loves that. Yeah, great. Not a great first half, guys. Let's see what you guys have to think. Let's see. I don't think Stidham. I did not hear that Stidham's going to start the second half. I know Russ is having a tough first half, but again, no turnovers on Russ's part. We knew that the blitzing was going to come. We knew it, so it was going to be difficult. It's whether or not he got the ball out of his hands, and so far it seems a lot. We need to score touchdowns. Field goals are not going to win this game, guys. We know that. We've controlled a lot. I mean, we've been in scoring position a lot more than Minnesota has, and somehow end up with field goals, and they're up by 1 point, and that's how that works. If we can't score touchdowns, the game is not going to give up. Gave up on that last throw. He had a chance. Yeah, if he would have put. I mean, he was under pressure, but if he would have put that on a string to Jerry Jeudy instead of trying to throw it up in the end, we probably would have gotten a lot better position because I think we still had timeout left. But look. Will Lutz kicks a field goal. We're only down by one. It's a whole new second half. We get the ball in the second half, which is huge for the Denver Broncos. So, Andrew, defense needs to tackle. We had that problem against the Bills. We thought we fixed it. They talked about it in the pregame press conference. What our problem was on defense, and a lot of it was tackling and how we didn't do that thing that was called tackling. And somehow it's difficult for us to do this week. Yeah, again, I think the biggest one, the sack, the running game, their running game is doing very well because we just can't. We were missing tackles. I think Madison, who has not had a great year. I mean, he's a great running back, but has not a great year. Is breaking. He looks like Javonte Williams out there breaking like 5 or 6 tackles per rush, and that's not good. It's bad on the Denver Broncos defense. Not the complete game that Steve was expecting. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, you thought there was going to be a complete game. Offense, defense, clicking on both sides. Now, I'll give you this. Like, defense is doing okay. I'm not going to say they're doing great. I'm not going to say they're doing bad. I'm saying they're doing okay. There's only 10 points. They've had the ball for, I think, 17 minutes in the first half, which is crazy. They're definitely out. They're beating us on the time of possession, which is difficult. But yeah, it's been rough. Run game's been a disappointment. Yeah, we kind of saw that coming in, Andrew. They rush a lot. They blitz a lot, and we kind of saw that the Brian Flores situation. He wants to send pressure, and pressure is not good in a run game. It's more of the quick game, that Tom Brady style quick game that beats the rush, and we just don't have that right now. And for some reason, we're not executing very well. And if I'm going to give a recommendation for the second half that we're going to see, is going to be the quick game. They're playing man, kind of a soft man, to be honest, which is what we saw in the Jerry Jeudy comeback. They're playing kind of a soft man, kind of the bend don't break with the blitz. And if we can beat that, then we have a much better chance in the second half. That's exactly, Andrew. No more blitz beater calls to screens. Yeah, look, we've given the Denver Broncos so much crap. We've given our offense so much crap for the wide receiver screen and the running back screen that we've been running because they haven't been working, but now is the time to run it, and we're not. It's kind of funny. However, I do think the wide receiver screen is difficult. Wide receiver screen against man is a very difficult thing to run. But yeah, running back screen, stuff like that with the blitz coming. I'm interested to see what we do in the second half. Vikings are throwing the full playbook at us. I agree. Wilson fears the red zone. Does Wilson keep starting? Yes. I mean, again, he is consistent. He's not turning the ball over. All those stats, all the stat guy. I'm a stat guy too. I hate saying this because I'm a stat guy, but I'm also like an eyes guy. Like I like to see what I see. And the stats are showing us that he's doing well. He's not turning the ball over. He's completing a high percentage of throws. He's just not throwing up the balls that he needs to throw to be able to get the end zone. And honestly, like Courtland Sutton's big catch, the deep catch was good. Jerry Jeudy's been playing very well. We need to get the ball in the hands of our playmakers. And if we don't, we're going to have a difficult time. Why does VJ struggle to call defense? I don't know if it's struggling to call defense, or I honestly will say like their offense is playing very well. The calls are playing well. They're like the play calls are doing very well against our offense. Like they're finding open guys. The TJ Hawkinson, I think it was TJ Hawkinson's deep ball. That was an interesting one. Because I don't know how he got open other than the fact that Josh Dobbs just had way too much time. And I think it was a blown play. He found the zone and the zone was there and he made the play. So I think more of what we need to do is get pressure on Josh Dobbs, and not just pressure, but pressure where we can finish. And if we can't do that, it's going to be a long second half for us. 2 under fumble is not one in our favor, but I will say this, guys, we forget that first drive, we got a great fumble recovery. Again, our defense does the same thing that they did against Buffalo, where they get the fumble on the first drive. But again, we settle for field goals, and somehow we can't finish out the great field position, which is unfortunate. If we score a touchdown, that's a completely different game. But I digress. What's one thing you can pinpoint with our problem on offense? I think our problem on offense, I don't want to say it out loud because people are going to call me a Russ hater, but a lot of it is going to be Russ. He's trigger shy. He was trigger happy at the end. He threw up that long ball, which was bad. It was a bad decision, but it was because we only had a few seconds left and he was trying to get the touchdown. But he's trigger shy, and he's not going to throw it unless he knows there's a wide open guy, which is okay. And depending on the offense that Sean Payton's asking him to do, it's okay. But in this situation, like we don't have the opportunity to do that. He needs to be able to throw up those one-on-one balls. We have guys like Courtland Sutton who can go up and get those. The run game is doing okay. And I honestly think that we don't have enough of the play action. With the run game, I think that's going to help us out a lot. I think we need to throw a lot more of that in there. I think we're not doing it because of the blitz. But that's, there's a lot of pieces here in this game specifically. That's why our offense is struggling. But a lot of it, I think, is that Russ is a little trigger shy on throwing the ball to the guys that are downfield that need to make that. Kev forgot his lucky hat. Whoops. Yeah, Kev, this is your fault. Oh, also, I want to say we're down this half because David is at the game, and it's the first game he's gone to this year, and or maybe the second game. But either way, they lost that game, so it's David's fault. All right. What's up with Josh Dobbs hype by Collinsworth? Can't stand that dude worse than Romo. Oh yeah. There's a lot of Josh Dobbs hype, and not for nothing. That's the national media as a whole. The Josh Dobbs hype is real. And I'll be honest, he's playing well in the position he's been put in and the situations he has, he's actually playing pretty well. So I got to give it to him, but yeah, there's a lot of, Collinsworth is really giving him a lot. Should we be worried about Sean Payton's coaching? Let's talk about that on Tuesday night show, depending on how the end of this game is. The point of coaching, specifically the head coach, is can you get your team together? Can you get them together to win football games? Are they a winning team, or are they a team that's going to let it go and figure out how to lose? In the last 2 games, Sean Payton has shown us that our team is ready to and willing to and able to win. Can we do that again tonight? We're only down by 1 point, which I know is super, super frustrating. We want to be up by at least 12, 14 points, because if we get the ball in the end zone, at least 2 of those drives. But that's not the case right now, and that's unfortunate. But I don't think Sean Payton's coaching is something that we need to worry about right now. Way too early. Way too early for that. The announcer hypes the other teams that play the Broncos. Oh, yeah, I saw that 100%. Ring the bell. Give us a subscribe. Appreciate it. Ring that bell where the bell is on YouTube, and make sure you guys are subscribing to us. Appreciate it, guys. Offense needs to step up and score some touchdowns. 100% agree, Justin. Thoughts on the 2 tight ends push forward? Got a running back. Get a running back second level, maybe going fast. Yeah, I don't think their second level is going to take down guys like Javonte Williams, but unfortunately, they're sending the house. They're stacking the box. They're sending the house. They're putting Russell Wilson under a lot of pressure, which is obviously working. And they're stopping the run. That's what happens when you stack the box. You stop the run and you get a lot of pressure on the quarterback. What we need to do is the quick game, which unfortunately we haven't been able to find so far this game. We'll see what happens when we come back second half again. Denver Broncos get the ball. to start the second half. So we'll see what that first drive says, and we'll see where that first drive goes. Yeah, Brian, appreciate it. We need touchdowns. 100%. Like how do we get the ball 2 games in a row within the 30-yard line and still don't score touchdowns on that first drive? Absolutely infuriating. That first drive, 100% really maddening, and we should have scored a touchdown, but we didn't, and this is the situation we're in. And if our offense doesn't step up and score touchdowns, we're not going to win this game. If we don't get a touchdown in this game, I'm saying it right now, if we don't give a touchdown in this game, we lose this game. We could score 3, 4, 5 more field goals, and we'll still lose this game just because for some reason we cannot put it in the end zone, and that's really big. NBC has a narrative that only talks about teams who played Denver. They're told never to speak about the Broncos. Yeah, that's possible. I don't know. I'm not inside that. Shane, appreciate it. Ring the bell. Subscribe to Broncos Podcast. Yeah. Hey, guys, if you guys aren't subscribing to the podcast, Shane, thank you so much. If you guys are subscribing to the podcast, we do pregame and postgame. Sometimes we got the postgame on the podcast. Most of the times, it's the pregame show where we talk about a lot of what you've seen today is coming to fruition. A lot of it's defensive battle, a lot of blitz heavy defense on the Minnesota sideline. Not a lot of deep shots from Minnesota, and controlling Josh Dobbs, which we have done an okay job at. Unfortunately, we just can't tackle the running backs. Let's see. We need touchdowns, and Russell needs touchdowns. That's touchdowns. Yeah, touchdowns that's what wins the games, guys. Like, how can we not? That 2-minute drive. I'll give credit to the Broncos. I had no intent. I did not think we'd be able to drive the ball close enough to get the field goal. We got the field goal at the second half. I thought it was going to be 10-6 at half. I came in here, started setting this up. They didn't even put a score in the comments. You guys can probably see, because I didn't think that we'd be able to score that field goal, but we did. We drove the ball down the field. Maybe that's something we see. Maybe we do a hurry up offense to get the defense off tilt a little bit, but it's something that we're going to have to see. I don't think Stidham's going to play, Daniel. I don't think Stidham's going to play. Russ is struggling, but he's not struggling that bad. He's not turning the ball over. He's not fumbling the ball. Stidham's not going to be able to push the ball downfield any more than Russ is, just based on what we've seen. I think Russ is just playing the safe game, and right now the safe game's got us only down by 1, and now it really depends on how we finish. Like, how we finish is really obviously how we win games. Like, if we can't finish the game, then we're not the team, and now it comes down to coaching and all the other stuff. So Russell's going to have to finish this game, and he's going to have to finish it strong, or else there's a strong conversation going on in Broncos country. Steve, appreciate it. Can't give Dobbs a chance at the end of the game. Got to slam the gas pedal now. Yeah, we got to go up. Like, Steve, me and you were talking at the pregame show, like that at the tailgate talk. And I'll tell you what, man, I really wish I could sit back and just drink this and be like, yo, we're good, guys. Like, let's go. But we can't, because we're not scoring touchdowns. And if we don't slam on the gas pedal and score a couple touchdowns in the next couple drives, it's going to be a long game. And at the end of it, one of us is going to end up having a heart attack, and it's probably going to be me. There we go. Gary's drinking that Breckenridge Broncos blend. Make sure you guys are checking them out, because that bourbon is so good. PJ Locke instead of Jackson. Jackson's playing pretty good. I mean, he's part of the reason we got that fumble. I know a lot of it was a strip, but he's part of the reason we got that fumble. He's not playing terribly. I don't think PJ Locke would do much better in his position. I think a lot of it has been blown, just like a lot of the big plays that they've had has just been the guys had too much time. I think we need to get pressure on Josh Dobbs more than anything. Like, we need to get him out of the pocket, get him uncomfortable. And if we're not going to get him uncomfortable, he's got way too much time to see downfield. He's been in the league way too long to be able to just let him do that. Bring back the lady that does Bronx for Des. Yeah, Des. Oh, Des will be back on the show for sure. She's definitely a friend of the Bourbon Broncos OBS and the Orange Weekly Broadcast Network. She'll definitely be back. Russell, do you think Russell is not going to be here next season, so we have to do with our backups? I don't think that's the case. I mean, this game is literally, I wouldn't say bend or break. I don't think this is the game that's like, oh, if we lose this game, it's all over. I don't think I'm at that conversation yet. A lot of Broncos country is. If we lose this game, there's a lot that we have to do. There's a lot of uphill that we have to drive to, but I just don't think that's the case. All right, so we got Andrew's telling me game's back on. It's kickoff. Guys, go Broncos, second half. Let's finish this. Broncos got this. We got it. You guys all know we all got this. Denver Broncos for life. And as I ended off, as always, with a very strong, go Broncos.